Hello, I am Anita Bartholomew. I'm a Diamond Beachbody coach, and you are here today because I either invited you here or you expressed interest in learning more about what coaching is all about. And so that is my mission today, is to give you a quick glimpse into coaching and my story and what it's like to be on Team Imperfit. So, first off, I am Anita Bartholomew. As I said, I am 34 years old and I live in St. Louis, Missouri. I have a daughter who is 17 months old right now, and my husband, who we've been together, married for about 6.5 years, and together for much longer than that. I think like 16 years. It's kind of crazy. And so I have actually been a coach for 3.5-ish years, almost the 3.5-year mark. And when I started on my journey, I was really spiraling out of control with my nutrition, with drinking, and my weight was out of control. And I'd never been to a point in my life where I couldn't lose the weight. And I was 31, so it was right after 30. So there's something about when you turn 30 that something changes. And so I knew that if I didn't take action, I was going to a place where I didn't want to be. So my journey kind of started at a snowboarding trip, and one of my clothes fit. I was huffing and puffing. I really couldn't breathe. I cried a lot because I was frustrated, and I knew that was the breaking point. And I told my husband multiple times on that trip that when we get back, I'm gonna reach out to the coach who had reached out to me multiple times over the last 6-7 months, and I had ignored her every single time, and just because I wasn't ready yet. And that's what I did. When we got back from the trip, I reached out to her and I said, hey, I've done Beachbody programs before. I did P90X. I didn't get great results with it because I didn't do the nutrition side. And so at that point, we didn't have our basement that's behind me that was redone. It was kind of full of stuff. And so I needed a program that I could do without weights and that was easy to do in my living room. And so I chose PiYo to get started. And so I didn't even know what an accountability group was. And she asked me if I wanted to join hers. And I was hesitant, but I joined, right? And within that process, I learned that following a program works, the fitness side, but then also when you follow the nutrition side. I learned all about clean eating. I had no idea what it was when I started. And paying attention to portions and how much I was eating of certain things that was out of proportion, and it wasn't giving me the results, obviously, that I wanted. So when I switched to clean eating and started drinking Shakeology and seeing results from the hard work I was putting in, I was hooked, okay? And so I knew too at that point that I wanted to be the healthiest I could be before we started trying to get pregnant. And so that was a big motivation for me as a 31-year-old, as somebody who had relied on diet pills in the past, like those ones that make you all jittery, that were illegal at that point. And I knew that I liked working out, but the gym just wasn't working for me. So this accountability group was exactly what I needed, because I was embarrassed at that point to really do weights at the gym. Or really just show up and do anything. I would just jump on the elliptical because it was comfortable, but I wasn't getting results. So after those 60 days, it wasn't even 60 days before I decided to become a coach, because my coach actually reached out to me, and she was a teacher as well. And sorry, I forgot to say, I was a high school English teacher for 10 years. And so I have an extensive background in teaching, and she knew that I would be a good coach because teachers tend to make good coaches. Lots of people do, but just the fact that as a teacher, it worked. And it's like the ultimate accountability to stick with your journey, and weather it through the ups and downs, because it's not a perfect journey by any means. So she invited me, and I was totally afraid of this opportunity because I didn't post on social media. I really didn't even like or comment on anybody's post. I was a stalker. Facebook, I had about 250 friends, and on Instagram, I have no clue. I think I had done maybe 2 or 3 posts. And I don't even know, right? And so I did not have a tech background. I did not have a large following on social media. I have always been an introvert, and so I just didn't have the following of friends that many think they need when they start coaching. So that didn't even bother me. I just knew that I wanted to change at least one other woman's life and make an impact in a positive way, while I also worked on my own journey and inspiring others through what I did. So at that point, I learned too that I could get the discount, which kind of had me hooked as well. And my husband was like, "Woo, I don't know, but the discount sounds great. Let's do it." And so I was teaching full-time high school English, and then I was also a brand new Beachbody coach in March of 2015. And so with that, a whole card seemingly stacked against me that I was an unlikely coach to do well. It was a scary thing for me. I said yes. Okay. So I signed up. My coach enrolled me in the new coach training group, and I learned so much in that first month and starting applying what I learned right away, because that's as a teacher, and that's what I was told to do, right? Don't worry about being perfect, just start applying. And so that's what I did. Sure, there was fear involved, that's with anything brand new that you do, but it really does take consistency over time, where I just started sharing my results. I started sharing my workouts, I was sharing my meals, I was sharing tips that I was learning, and I was just sharing my life in a way that I had never done before on social media or with my friends. A lot of them came to me later and said, "Anita, you're a totally different person now," in a really good way, and so it was kind of a cool transformation for me, and that I've also seen lots of my clients and coaches as well. So what you have to be willing to do, honestly, I'm not gonna ever sugarcoat it for you. It takes consistency and work over time. So I started with that small following in 2015, and then over the years it has grown because I keep showing up. I show that who I am and my story, and others relate with me and they want to follow me, and then eventually they want to join me. So you don't have to be on social media all of the time for this job, but that is going to be the platform where you're going to have conversations with women who you can help. And yes, there's going to be some in real life, but social media is our platform, and it is perfect for this business because we can be social on social media and provide a positive light, where there tends to be a lot of negative on social media, and we don't bring that, because that's not what we want to do. It's more about inspiring and encouraging growth. So, what you do as a coach and what I do, I invite people publicly to join me, whether it's in a boot camp or on my coaching. What you also invest in, it was with Shakeology. It's not a gimmick. It's not something that's a quick fix bag of powder that's a magic pill. That's not it. It is something that is a nutrient dense meal replacement superfood shake that I have literally, I was the biggest skeptic at the beginning, because I'd never drank a protein shake before. Sorry, I called it a protein shake. It's not a protein shake. That's what I called it, because I thought it was just a protein shake. But it is a superfood shake, so it really did fill in those gaps in my nutrition, because I ate a lot of the same stuff, still do, right? And even in today's society, there's just not the same nutrition in foods. Also, it became my prenatal vitamin. During pregnancy, I drank it all throughout postpartum, just because, it was one of those meals that I could have quick, and I knew I was fulfilling my body with nutrients that were really good when I was depleted. And it's become this platform for my nutrition. It's really amazing. So I wholly stand behind that. And it has helped me stay healthy for over 3 years. And I've only had a little bit of a cold, maybe once or twice, in teaching high school freshmen. They get sick a lot, And so I really believe that in this business, in this company, in this opportunity, that it is my right and it is my responsibility to share this opportunity with others, because it has changed my life. It has made me healthier. It has strengthened my relationships. It has made me more confident, and it has brought me out of my shell. Yes, I am still an introvert, but I am an extroverted introvert now. I can show up on social media and be somebody, because I enjoy doing that. I enjoy talking. It's the same thing as being a teacher and an introvert. Standing up in front of the classroom is about the same thing. So it works really well, and it pushes you outside of your comfort zone to become a better version of you. And so the idea is that I share my passion, and my mission truly is to help other women and moms to really fill their cup and see that they can fill their cup. They can take that time for themselves every day, every week, and so that they can make themselves stronger and more confident, so they have more to pour into others in their life. And I've seen it happen to myself and so many of my clients and coaches, and it's just amazing transformation to see. And it really it fills my heart to be able to share that in this world of, there's so many ups and downs. And so now what do I do? 3.5 years later, I share my story daily. I'm always on social media. I do take some breaks here and there, but it's just part of who I am now. And so it's not a burden at all. I invite other women to join me, whether it's in a boot camp or it is in the coaching opportunity. I set my goal and my team's goal every month is to help at least 3 new women get started on their journey. Just 3, and a lot of times we will push ourselves and get new goals and push higher, but that's where it starts with the basic, is changing 3 or more lives every month. And it's something that really will fulfill you to be able to do that. And as these people start getting results, your new clients, and that they fall in love with the products and the process, and then the opportunity, I have the opportunity to invite them to my team, because if they love what it is already, why not share it with others? Have the accountability to run on your journey and get compensated for it as well. It's a fabulous model that Beachbody has for us, just because they really do appreciate their coaches and everything that we do. And it has, when they share, even just like my coach did, and my goal is to always do even more than my coach did. And when people join my team, then I help them get started using all of the same tools that I have. And we just share, because we want you to be as successful as possible. And so over the last 3.5 years, I am really proud to say that I have been able to build a business that has been successful enough to be able to leave the classroom and be able to stay home with my daughter and raise her. And it's just something that I didn't know if it was ever going to happen, and the route I was at, as a full-time teacher. My husband works full-time as well. And so I am just so grateful for this opportunity that it has let that piece happen. I did not want her to have to go to daycare or be raised by somebody else throughout the day. And so that's really what I want to help other moms do too, who want to come home and raise their babies. And it's a hard job, but it's one that only we can do, and it's pretty awesome. So when you join my team, I teach you everything. You receive the training. You don't need special knowledge or skills. You don't need anything, because we will teach it to you. And so it's great if you have a little bit of that technology background or social media or marketing, but not required at all. Most of us come in with zero knowledge. And I am truly looking for women who are passionate about helping other people, who want to make a difference, who want to find other women who are like them, and who we can make this community where we get along, where women get along, which is so awesome, because I've never had a community like this before. And again, it's one of those things I want to share, and I want women who want the same thing. I want women who are passionate and will work hard. I love working. I also like playing too, but who are ready and willing to work hard, but to also get great results for working hard, who are willing to share their story on social media and with people, because that's the catalyst with your traction and growing a following, is to have those people who resonate with you, and then I'm looking for women who are willing to get outside of their comfort zones. It's what we do every day. I encourage my coaches to get out of their comfort zones every single day, because if we're not doing that, we're not growing, and that's it. So, you are hopefully going to inspire others. You are can provide for your family. You can replace an income. You can make extra money. You can make some extra to pay for student loans or mortgages or whatever it is. You can make as little or as much as you want. It is truly up to you and your own efforts and diligence. So really, this is what I want for you. I want you to be successful, and I want all of my team members of Team Imperfect to be incredibly successful, because that means their lives are changing, and that means they're changing so many others' lives as well. And so when someone joins me, that's when the real work begins. It's not about just selling a product and being done with them. It's not like other MLMs. It is really about sharing a way of life. And so when either a boot camper or a new coach joins me, that's when I don't say peace out. I plug you into a boot camp. I plug you into New Coach University. I make sure that I work hard to make sure that you are showing up, that you understand what you're doing, that you're getting results and you're reaching your goals. Because if I'm not doing that, I don't feel like I'm doing my job. I'm not being the teacher that I am trained to be. All right. So now that's why I'm inviting you here. I want to make sure that if you have any other questions, please ask them of me. But if you're ready to join, I am ready for you. All right, I am ready to hit the ground running. If you're ready to run, or if you want to walk, I will walk right beside you. If you have other questions and you want to watch a longer video or know more information about the business model and compensation and or what our team's like and all of that, let me know as well, because I can guide you in that right direction as well. And so I just want to make sure that all of your questions are answered and that you feel incredibly confident going into this, but also a little scared, a lot scared, just because you need to be, as I already said. And that's what it's all about, is getting outside of your comfort zone to become an even better version of yourself and to help others. So no matter what you choose, I'm here to help. Whether you join a challenge group or a boot camp, I call them kind of the same thing. They're the same thing. An accountability group. Whether you decide to join coaching, whether you just want a sample meal plan so that you can get started, I want to help you get started. And so I just want to make sure that you either email me. You can email me at anitabartfitness@gmail.com, or you can message me on Facebook or Instagram, and we can chat more about what works best for you. If I don't hear from you, I will be in touch. I hope that was super helpful and you really are considering coaching, because it is such a unique opportunity and I love it so much. All right, I hope you have an awesome day and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.